Good evening, good evening, good evening. Come into the Jaye Spot, replacing your G Spot every Thursday from 6 to 7, giving you real relationship talk, real relationship drama with the best nights of your life. Your host, Jay and Simply E, hold on, get ready to enter the Jaye Spot on IntellectualRadio.com.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the best night of your life. Woo! You have entered the Jaye Spot on IntellectualRadio.com and iHeart Station, and I'm your host, Jay, and this, well, I'm just gonna kick a washy down. I don't really know what's going on today with my partner in crime, my sidekick, Simply E. How are you today?
I have allergies. Hi.
Okay, you all, I'm gonna just act like I did not see her pull Granny's tissue out of her bosom. I'm just gonna act like I didn't see that. Well, besides the obvious, how's everything?
It's hot.
It's not. It's comfortable.
No, it's hot.
Okay, we're gonna always have two different temperatures because I'm like I'm poor blooded, so I stay cold. So literally, I'm cold.
Oh, you feel
Yes,
good.
I know I'm cold. I'm cold. But man, outside of that, I mean, I'm happy that the sun is shining. I'm looking like a ray of sunshine.
Yes,
today.
you do look like the sun.
Yeah. Your colors. Tell you, let's start with just our Facebook, the Jaye Spot. That's JAYE. Follow us on Twitter at Jaye Spot and also on Instagram, the Jaye Spot Radio. And Jay is spelled JAY for all three of them. We're gonna recap last week. I don't really even know where to start from last week. We talked about, should women expect to be cheated on? Now, you know what, you all, I have to just acknowledge we were all over the place last week. If you all tuned in, it was just a lot of stuff that was being said that, had this been scripted, then we probably would have been better prepared for it. But some of the statements, I just want to go back to some of the things that I personally took away from the show. One of the guests stated that women should not, expect, so to speak, to be cheated on, but we should tolerate it.
But then if the tables are flipped, they can't handle it. They just, it's over with. What, you stop emailing, you stop texting, you cut me off on Facebook, you stop following me on, Instagram and Twitter. But yet, if you do it, I'm supposed to be okay with that.
I mean, my mouth literally dropped. I'm telling you, if there were some flies in here, I probably would have swallowed a whole slew of them because he just had the downright the nerve.
Mm-hmm.
If I had a snowball, I would have thrown it right upside his head because that was just a mess. And then we have the other guest that had made a statement, somebody coming up here looking for them, that he didn't think he could love a black woman again. Now that right there, that was a mess. How do you get that fed up with a whole race of people, a whole race of women, and just count them out like that?
But the killer thing is, when he said that, he also said earlier that he was working on a plumbing job and he looked up and the lady's monkey was right there. And so I know you said you didn't eat it, but I know you ate the monkey. You got your money, you tapped it, you ate the monkey. And yet you're supposed to come home to me and kiss me in the mouth after you didn't eat this lady's monkey. But then if I cheat on you or hurt your heart, you threw with the whole race of us.
The whole race of them.
No, that's not going to work for me.
Whole race. And I mean, I just felt, I didn't know how to feel about those statements because first of all, I just want to commend them because I feel that they were very brave
Oh yes.
to make some statements like that because had it been a different environment, it probably would have been some things thrown at them.
Fighting.
I would have thrown the pizza crust because I was gonna eat my pizza, but I would have definitely tossed the crust.
We'd have been fighting. It'd have been big girl would have been hitting some people with her hips and everything. We'd have been fighting. Yeah.
And it's like the thing is with that mindset. And after the show, he and we talked, and I said that you're just basically going through what we as women go through. With how he's me, and I'm like, listen, you have counterparts that do the same thing that this woman or women have done to you. I said, but you're not going to hear me say, I don't think I can ever love a black man again. I mean, please, what would I?
They're delicious.
Oh my God, they come in different shades and sizes and just flavors and just.
I guess I could take a little toothpick sometimes.
Oh, a tooth? No, see now I don't know about the toothpick.
I'm a chubby chaser.
You know what? I need someone that can at least look me eye to eye. I mean, as I
said toothpick like skinny. I didn't say,
but then it made me think of a little guys.
But you can have, sometimes you stack another little one on top of another little one. You got a full size man.
No, I just want them already to come full size. I don't want the stackable, the little mini me's. I don't know. And you know what? But shout out to whoever loves little guys because I mean that's like their flavor. And I actually had a guy on Facebook ask me, "Do I like short men?" And he just flat out asked me like. Tag my name and everything, and
he didn't watch that show, did he?
Right, and it wasn't even in the inbox. I mean, he put it on the wall, so I'm just like, okay, how do I delicately tell him that? No, so but I was nice and I was clean about it, and I just let him know that that wasn't little guys are just not. They don't do anything.
She's afraid of little men. So
really, I am. I really am. I mean, I've dated a short when he may be listening tonight or watching. So listen, this show. Well, you know what you've done. If you hear it, then I'm talking about you. But I'm not gonna say your name. But if you hear some stuff, you already know it's you. But he was little. Now he was the only little guy that I had ever dated. We were like the same height.
Oh, that's not bad.
But here's the thing. He'd already prepared me. He would tell me that, listen, if we got it, if somebody, because he hated when I wore lip gloss. So he said, you put so much lip gloss on. If somebody comes after us, they're going to be able to get you. He was like, listen, I'm too small for this. He's like, I cannot take these type of behind kickings that you going to have me get because you want to put all this lip gloss on. Mushu, he would take the napkin and just that's much better.
Do that.
Or if I forget to lock the door when we get in the car, he'll stop and he'll say, we on this west side. So if somebody come after you, be a witness.
So you supposed to take him then. If somebody come after you and you take him since he's little and you beat the person with him. That way, hey, at least you didn't get yourself hurt.
I would call him a Smurf because it's just so little and cuddly and adorable. I mean, but now, I'm ready to ride the big ride.
Oh, snap!
6 Flags. I like the big. I like the
a grown man, full
grown and sexy.
Grown.
Because you have to know what to do when you get to the Jaye Spot on IntellectualRadio.com and iHeart Station.
Hello.
So it was like with all of that, I said, no. And then the guest dropped another bomb, which I'm not going to state, but, I just definitely hope that he had a chance to, to get that together because I know he's going through a lot of emotional things. Yes. But when you make statements like that, to cast out a whole race of people, it's not them.
No, it's something else you're going through.
It's not them. Yeah. And I asked him, I said, had you ever taken a time out? Like, people don't think, I think that some men don't think that they need to take a time out, but you do. I mean, your heart has been put through the shredder.
That's right.
You need to take a time out and just regroup and ask yourself, what is it about me that keeps attracting this same type of woman? Like for me, what is it about me? What is it about me that attracts these old guys? I am an old guy magnet.
I like a Social Security check.
No, I don't.
I do.
I mean, but they like are old to the ones like I had to ask this man, what can I do? I mean, just sign the DNR paper,
listen.
do not resuscitate.
Hello, listen. Call me Anna Nicole, baby.
I can't. No, I can't. It's just like I'm giving you. We supposed to be kissing, and then the kiss end up turning into mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
Just add me on that wheel. I love you.
Right. I'm not cut out for that.
Just tell him, baby, I love you. Call me Big Daddy. I love you.
And then his heart stops.
Hey.
Right. So now you got the whole family mad at you.
That's
he
okay,
died on top of me.
Hello, Miss Sisley.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, oh no, I can't go there. I
know that look do not
no. Some stories, you know, when you see things like that, or not see, but someone's told you something like that has happened to them, you know, sometimes you be like, wow, and then the color purple comes back again because I know someone that happened to. And I was like, color purple, because you know I'm ignorant, so my mind flashes to movies or cartoons or something when things happen. And when she told me what happened with her and her spouse, and it was, you know, color purple all over again, and I was like, wow, it does exist, you know, like the M&Ms.
I don't think I would ever be able to recoup from that.
I would be patting myself on the back like, dang, put another one out.
Right. I mean, like, ooh.
I get that thunder from down under.
Like, ooh, the horizontal mumbo done sent this man to his grave.
Hello.
But then what if it was real good? Now he gone. Now you can't get that no more.
Yes, I can. I got all this right here. Memories. And then when I move on to the next one, I'll be thinking about that one that I put into the grave.
Well, you're going to have to tell them to sign a disclosure or a warning. This Kit Kat right here, this may be your last bite. So you just better be prepared to take the ride of your life.
Literally the ride of your life. I'm on top.
Because this right here can possibly take you out. Are you sure you want?
You sure?
Some men are crazy enough to be like, yeah.
Give it to me, yeah.
Right.
Just like that.
Yeah, we sprinkling. Because it done.
We say in the nation, pass the peppermint over.
It done took you out. So what you are, oh my goodness. It's like, it's so much. But tonight, we are going to be talking about cell phones. Now, the word cell phone, it may seem really simple and innocent. Oh, how do you talk about cell phones? What do cell phones have to do with anything? Well, tonight we're going to find out, are cell phones ruining relationships? This is a mess because these people will break your arm.
Let you try to take their cell phone and
let you go trying to answer their phone. Well, it's like, please, it's World War III.
What you doing?
Over a simple phone. I mean, I've seen people nearly break their necks and their ankles because they left the cell phone in the front. And then it starts ringing, and they're all in the back of the house.
So when they running out that show, whoa! No.
Right. I'm like, okay. See the phone in my hand. I'm like, yeah, I'm just trying to save your life.
Right?
It's not that serious. It's like yourself.
Like, she that good?
Right. But then it's like when you make actions like that and you that, what's the reason behind doing that? We're going to get to all that tonight. We're going to take a short musical. We come back, we're going to talk about, are cell phones ruining relationships? You're listening to the Jaye Spot on Intellectual Radio and iHeart Station. I got you. Got you through poverty and pain, baby, you know I got you. And
got you. I got you. And I'll be alive. I never put no one around you. My dream that you are. Get so far, get too far. Said I lay my life down on the line. Down on the line. And baby, I dropped down to my knees for you. Love's got hold of me. Slave, don't set me free. I'm a runaway running down Love Street. Love Street. Your love's got hold. Welcome back to the Jaye Spot on IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, Jay, and this bubbling beauty right here, I'm going to give it to her today. My co-host, my partner in crime, Simply E. And you all, we have a cutie pie with us today.
Delicious.
How you doing, Shantae?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Shantae, introduce yourself and tell the people a little bit something about you. You know, I'm trying to be nice, you guys. I'm trying to have the sexy voice on because we have a man here, and we don't want to want to upset him like we did the other two last week. So we're trying to redeem ourselves from last week. So,
well, how y'all doing? My name is Shantae McMillan. I was invited by these two lovely ladies.
Okay.
And what else about me? I DJ for a living, and I'm also an IT manager for a school. So just wanted to put that out there that I'm a professional, yet I'm in these streets.
Are you single?
I'm seeing someone.
Oh, oops. Somebody said you was cute. He's seeing somebody since you put
Wait a minute. But is that dating? Are you in a relationship, or are you still fair game? Because
it's a relationship.
I know that's right. He claimed it. Claim him.
He said it's a relationship.
The
first thing, let me tell you, anybody dealing with me, you better claim me right off the bat. Because he didn't claim her until I asked.
He was seeing someone.
Now we talked about
I'm just dating,
but that's what it said. That's what it was. Seeing somebody and dating. We talked at least I learned that from a couple of weeks ago. We said it was a difference between being in a relationship.
He said what are you in now?
In a relationship, just like I said.
Now he's gonna be like, because she watching. Hey girl,
how you doing?
know. But Shantae, tell people how they can get in contact with you.
As far as email,
for your DJing business.
For DJing, my phone, I have no problem giving this out. It's 773-557-2465. No, that's fine. It's on my business
dating.
card.
Okay,
he's in a relationship.
He's in a relationship. And he's a good man, so please do not be trying to text him all personal stuff, because we're going to try to ask all the personal questions now. But let's just get right into tonight's conversation. Are cell phones ruining relationships? And I'm actually glad you're in a relationship, because this is going to really help us out. So when it comes to cell phones, how well do you really trust your spouse or your mate regarding your cell phone? Do you trust them enough to just leave it laying down, unlocked, unprotected?
I wouldn't say necessarily unlocked. I have my phone locked just because anybody can just go on my phone. It's not anything that's being hidden, but at the same time, it's your phone. I mean, from discussion earlier, when it's something of yours and it's been yours for a long time, you kind of be protective of it. It's just, I don't want to say it's like a child, but if you have a child, you're going to, no matter how wrong your child acts, if someone tries to discipline your child, you're going to go off on them no matter what, no matter what they did. So I don't want to equate that to the phone, but it's very similar. It's almost similar to having a car and someone asking, can they borrow your car? No, you can't borrow my car. What's wrong with your car? Is your engine out? I mean, do you really need to borrow my car?
Like Uber work.
Yeah, that too. And from talking earlier, it's my couch. It's like, that's my couch. Don't sit on the big couch because that's where I sit.
We right here.
Yeah, so you sit on the love seat, or you sit on the little comfy chair over there. Yes, no, you do not sit. Unless it's just me and you, that's the only way you get to sit on the big couch.
And he's taken, so it ain't gonna be just you and him.
Yeah. Unfortunately, so I guess I'll never get to sit on the couch.
Not the big couch.
So not the little. I'll probably have to sit at the little kids' table, Thanksgiving or something. But what about you, E? What do you feel about your cell phone? I mean, do you guard it like?
No, you know what? I don't. When I was married, I didn't have a pin or passcode on my phone. My phone was there. If somebody called me, and then my husband knew that I had male friends and stuff, so he was never suspect or whatever about if someone called my phone or someone texted me late at night. He was never worried. Now, his phone is a whole nother story. He would take that bad boy and bath it with him. But I had the passcode to everything. I had the passcode before we got married and after we divorced. I saw the passcode. I'm the one that set it up. So I knew everything. I knew exactly what was going on. He watching now. He'll be okay.
So when when people have passcodes on their phones, does that mean that they're hiding something?
It depends. I have one on my phone now because of my children. Mm-hmm. So that's the only reason why I have one on my phone. But when I dated or whatever, I would unlock it, and me and my guy at the time, we would play games on each other's phone and stuff. So we weren't hiding anything. But some people put passcodes in their phone because they're not hiding stuff. They're doing something they ain't got no business doing.
Yeah, I would say it's more so a trust thing, though. I mean, my phone, I don't have any children, but my phone is locked because I work around children all day. Mm-hmm. And I have it, as soon as I get off of it, it goes right to the passcode. It's not because I'm hiding anything. It's just, I don't want anybody in my phone. Mm-hmm. I can't say that there's anything in it that's reckless, or, you might see a breast or something like that. You ain't gonna see none of that. But I'm just saying it's mine. I'm very
Are
territorial.
You the only child?
I am the youngest.
Okay, because you sound an only child.
Yeah, very territorial.
Like, mine.
No one got to play with my Legos or my Voltron or my Transformers because they break them and stuff comes up missing. And
like, I want my stuff.
I have a problem with mine coming up missing. So.
Wow. Well, I guess I'm maybe the only one, but after preparing for this show, I said maybe I need to change it because I don't have a passcode on my phone. I'm very lenient. Mm-hmm. I'm very lenient with my phone. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, well, maybe I need to because I do a lot of business on my phone. And that's the only reason why I started thinking, well, maybe I do need to. Because I'll leave my phone anywhere and I'll have my son say, can you call my phone and see where my phone is? Or, have my phone in another room and have my earpiece on and don't realize that me and the phone are not connected until my earpiece is saying, oh, you have reached the maximum distance from your phone. I'm like, oh, shoot, where the phone at now, So I think I'm more lenient, and maybe that's because I'm single, but even prior to being single, I'm like, I was just always lenient with my phone. I'm like, I don't have anything to hide.
Okay. So to that, because you're more lenient with your phone, does that mean that the other person that you're in a relationship has to have that same leniency?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's not fair.
See, we have to
Why is that not fair?
It is. You have to be on one accord.
No, you have to be on one accord, but you have to be able to adapt to the other person that you're with.
Right. They have to adapt to me.
Yeah. So if that person is over here on the left and you're over here on the right, then it has to be a middle ground where you reach. It can't just be they're going all the way left because it's a trust thing. It's like, well, there may not be anything on my phone, but you don't need to be on my phone because it's my phone.
Well, then give her the passcode.
Why?
Because you said it's a trust thing.
No. So if you move throughout life with, say for instance, me, been in a relationship for a good period of time. So I've always had my own. It's always been me. Yeah, if I was single, it's always been me. Uh-huh. So to expect someone to adapt right away.
I'm not saying right away.
Yeah.
But if you all have come to a point where you trust her, you care about her, you love her, and y'all are sitting there, whatever, and she's like, baby, let me see your phone.
Why?
Why not? Would be my response.
Why so? I say that because I think sometimes in relationships, we put relationships at a point that we're almost treating them like a marriage. If you're not married, then you don't have any right to anything.
And I'm so glad that you said that, because if we're not married, then you don't have right to my body.
But
if we're gonna talk, if we're gonna get technical like that, because that would be, let somebody ever tell me that, I say, oh, okay, really? Well, you know what you thought that what you was texting me, what you was gonna be doing? Yeah. Okay, you don't have no rights to that. So you on your phone.
And that's right. That's just as right.
Just because you made that point. Not that I would, well, maybe depending on what mood I was in, I would probably go there. But what I want to know is, so is a person wanting access to their mate or their spouse's phone, does that necessarily mean that they're insecure?
Yes.
Why?
I think it's a trust thing. I think it's you don't fully trust the person that you're with. I mean, I think if you fully trust someone, you can have no passcodes, but you wouldn't necessarily need that person's phone. I wouldn't ask, who I'm kicking it with for her phone. I just don't care. Like, that's your phone, that's your property, that's yours. If she asks for mine, I'm like, hey, whatever, sure. I don't care. But it's not. It's a trust thing. I think when you get to a certain level within the relationship for trust, you don't worry about those little things. I mean, the cell phone should be the last thing that you should be worried about. You should be worried about, moving forward, trying to get married, trying to get engaged, trying to start a family. If you're more focused on the phone or just anything in general, or beeper back in the day, but anything in general, then your focus is not towards the relationship. You're focusing on something that's outside of it. I want to say outside of it. That's a part of it, but it's not the thing that's going to get you to move forward.
And what about you, E? Do you think that having a person having access or wanting access to their spouse or their mate's phone is a sign of insecurity?
No, it's not a sign of insecurity. If I know your MO, right, and I know type of man that I have or whatever, then you know what? I already got your cell phone information. I know exactly where you was at when you ready to come with me with that lie, because I done called the phone company up and they told me what cell tower that you was located at. Ain't that right, my ex-husband? Why he look? Because it's happened before with me. So now when I've ventured into new relationships after my marriage and stuff, like I said, they didn't never lock up their phone around me, and I didn't lock up my phone around them. Now, I had a relationship, and he did a different routine. Every day you come over, you have your phone with you, and you fall asleep, whatever, cool, your phone is right there. That didn't bother me. I never was interested about your phone. But this one particular day, after 2-3 years, you leave your phone in the car. And then you're drunk too. When you should have been here at 9 o'clock, you walk in at 1 o'clock and you're drunk. And I've never seen you drunk. So now I'm wondering, why is your phone in the car when it's always with you?
Phone is always in your head. Phone is always within arm's length, unless I lost it.
Exactly.
But other than that, the phone is always within arm's length.
So now I have a problem with you. So, after I had to, exercise with him, put him to sleep, I went search for that phone because I need to figure out where it is. And I found it, and his car is immaculate. I know he's listening to right now. Hey. So his car is immaculately clean. So I said, okay, now it's not in the armrest. What will I do? If this was me, where would I hide the phone? So I stretched, and then there's a pocket right there, and I felt up in it, voila, the phone. So I opened it up. Oh, baby, man, thanks for tonight, blah, 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 blah. I can't wait for you to come back. Let me know when you made it home safely. Oh, that's not me. Open up another text message. That ain't me, big girl in some lace. No, that'll never be me. Open up another text message. So I'm like, really, this is what's going on? So now I have to put my good old white girl voice on.
Okay.
Call 911 for you to get out of my house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because we got a problem, Houston. We got a real bad problem. Then I turned his phone all the way off. They're going to think I'm crazy. That's okay. I'm going to stay single for a while. Put it in my closet, right? We had the same iPhones. My iPhone was cracked. So he was like, I'm about to go. I know you went to my car. So I did go to the car. So he went there. He couldn't find his phone.
See?
He was like, hey, where's my phone at? So I need you to leave my property right now since you don't live here. And so he would leave. Called the police up. Gary, please don't play them games. Listen. And they was trying to get off of work too that day. They don't play them games. They came. I said, I don't know what he's talking about. He doesn't live here. I need him to leave my house. She got my phone. They was like, "Did you see her take your phone?" No.
So I'm lost in this situation. Why would, if he's doing dirt?
That was because you played with me. Now you playing with me.
No. I'm not saying from your perspective. I'm saying if he's doing whatever dirt he's doing, he seemed kind of sloppy with it.
He sure was sloppy with it.
It seems as if if hey, I'm gonna go kick it with blah blah blah, I'm gonna do better, because I'm going over here. Like, I mean, to a point. I'm just saying in that scenario, my cell phone would be under the spare tire in the trunk or something. Like if I have to
I wouldn't
do all
have changed.
of that,
I wouldn't have changed my way of things, even if I'm late.
You want to check the spare tire?
No, I sat in that car and I was like, where would I be at if I was him, or where I put it?
Mm-hmm.
And I just literally stretched. And I was like, oh, wow, voila. Mm-hmm. But I would never change my routine. Mm-hmm. I would have came there. Mm-hmm. I would have been late as all get out, mm-hmm. had my cell phone with me. And then I would have never thought nothing of it. Mm-hmm. I'd have left it alone. Mm-hmm. But now you give me a reason to be suspicious because you change your routine of things. You change your habit. And I'm like, wait a minute. And when I opened up my curiosity and opened up Pandora's box, baby, it bust out wide. Mm-hmm. So I had to call them Gary Popo to come get you.
Now, see, what I thought about was how if we go back 10, maybe 15 years ago when there was no cell phone, or the cell phone was first coming out and we had the pagers, but then we had the landline phone. Mm-hmm. Everybody knew everybody. It's just like the chances for living a double life has increased.
Oh, tremendous.
Now that we have cell phones. Tremendous. So I don't think that my reasoning behind this question was not from an insecure place. It was to just bring out the issues that cell phones are causing that people may not be aware of. If you think about it, when we were growing up, when the phone rang, our parents knew who our friends were. Mm-hmm. We knew who our parents' friends were because we all answered the phone. Okay. Exactly. So we were all connected. Mm-hmm. But now with the cell phones, it's like everybody is disconnected. Everybody has their own little world, so to speak, that we're not, even if you're in a relationship, you may not know who your girl's friends are because guess what? They're not calling the house phone and you're answering the house phone. Okay. So you don't know who her friends are. Like vice versa. She doesn't know. So it's just like a connection that's kind of missing.
Okay. I'll say this. I mean, pull the insecure statement back. I think the cell phone give more opportunities for women or men too to be more insecure than what it would have been in the past. So say for instance, I would give Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, if someone retweets me or someone likes a bunch of my photos, I would think that it may draw suspicion like, wait, what? Why is she liking all his photos? What's going on? Okay, she liked 10 of his photos in 5 minutes, so I think those type of things can, and not even to say that you was even messing around with that person, but I say that it opens up a door that a woman can feel a certain kind of way with someone possibly, interacting with their guy, or even a guy interacting with, or a guy interacting with their girl. You see what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Like same thing, even Instagram, it's the same thing. Oh, I hearted your photo, or, I just added you as a friend. Things like that can cause certain insecurities. I'm not saying that it's going to always do it. If you're comfortable within your relationship and you have that trust that's built, then you don't have to worry about that. It's like, whatever, Instagram, whatever, Facebook. I mean, because this stuff doesn't matter. Because you think about it, 10, 15 years ago, we didn't have this.
We did.
Well, we had Black Planet, but but even we didn't have Facebook as large as large of a platform that it is right now, that you can get in a group and then just have like a whole separate relationship than what you would have just on your Facebook page alone.
Right.
So it definitely has the opportunity to create more insecurities.
Right. But it's also not even only insecurities, but it also creates just a bigger division, because it's just like you may be one way on Facebook, but then you're a different way in real life. Yeah. Like your character on Facebook. But if I don't have access to this, then, okay, which one are you? I mean, are you really the man that's on Facebook, or are you the man that is, you know, here before me. So which one are you? Because I kind of want to know both of them. Like, I want people to know there's two sides. Well, maybe three, depending on the day. It's you know, it's a few different sides to us as people. And I just feel like a lot of times we, as people nowadays, we're getting so caught up in all this, the privacy stuff of this social media and all these different technologies, that we miss it. But for you all, I don't know if you are able to see, we have it's three of us beauties now. See, so we're gonna triple team Shantae over here now. We gonna play nice, but we have Ms. Blair Christian joining us tonight. How you doing, Blair?
Hey, you guys in Radio Land, Radio World. What's up?
Blair, you're joining us tonight. Tell people a little bit about yourself before we finish off with the conversation.
Oh, really quick. I'm an entertainer. I am a stand-up comedian, dance choreographer, as well as custom fashion designer. I have a big major show this Saturday called That Girl, which is going to kind of encompass all of that in one production, including some hot opening acts, some hot comics from the Chicagoland area. And pretty much, I'm a vegan.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Well, tell people how they can get in contact with you and about your event.
Okay, you can just go to www.blairchristian.tv. It has everything, all the information on there. It's at the Vidum Theater, which is in Wicker Park. I'm partnered up with CTP Productions, Courtship Trotter, Ooh Wee Sweet Tea, Unusual Suspects, and the Champions Gallery. So any one of those links will take you to That Girl. And via social media, FB, Instagram, Twitter is all Blair Christian.
Okay.
So yeah.
And we'll also have it posted on our page as well, the Jaye Spot, and that's Jaye Spot on Facebook, as well as on Twitter and Instagram, the Jaye Spot Radio, and then Twitter is Jaye Spot. So Blair, you're joining us. We've been talking about our cell phones ruining relationships.
Wrong.
What do you think? I mean, especially by you being in the field that you are in.
I don't think that cell phones ruin relationships. I think that people ruin relationships. I think people give like social media and technology more power than it really has, because you, in essence, have the power to control whatever's going on.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I think it's more so now a cop-out or a lack of accountability, or you just not facing what's real, and that person you should have been rocking with anyway, honestly. I don't think the actual cell phone is doing it. I do believe communication and probably your attention span and all of that, or being distracted is a factor because of the cell phones. But I mean, attention and that, I don't know if that'll ruin a relationship, but that would definitely have to make you kind of pull up. I have been in situations where they like, hey man, get off your phone. Like, cause I'm like literally in it. And
I
it's,
want to talk about
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I think at the dinner table, you know what I mean? We've come up with, like, with my crew and just whoever I'm with, we like put the cell phones in the middle, and whoever touches their phone first, you have to pay the bill.
Gotta pay.
You know what I mean? So that's how you get people to focus. You know, anything with them pockets, and then they're gonna focus. But I don't know if the cell phone, or like I say, the social media is ruining relationships. It's so much, like I say, the person behind it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think it could be beneficial too, because some people express they love, baby, on that good old cell phone. You know what I mean? And some people are able to get in contact with their love. Some people capture their moments. I mean, cell phones could be good for a relationship.
Right. Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Honestly, because think about how many moments you probably would miss if you couldn't just be like selfie boo and kind of capture that, or think about the times where, you know, you kind of want to make someone feel good or something, and you kind of gave them like a shout out or anything. I mean, some people are private. Some people don't, you know, I'm one of those. I'm not really a big, like, me and the bae, you know.
Right.
I guess if I was in a relationship and they needed that, I probably would do it just because, like, oh, that's your wave, then fine. You know, I can, you know, I'll pull it. But it could probably benefit. I don't think it's ruining relationships though.
I got a question with that. So if you go on a date with an individual and they're on their cell phone,
I'm leaving. No.
5 minutes. You know, you just sit down, and first thing they do is pull out their phone, and they on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. What do you? How do you react to that?
I would ask, so are we going to do this? Are we going to do the phone thing, or are we going to entertain each other?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you want to do the phone thing, then there's no reason for me to be here.
Okay. Because I don't play the phone thing at all.
Oh.
Put your phone down. I'm the same thing. Put your phone in the middle of the table. Whoever reaches first got to pay for the dinner.
Now, but now I have to definitely be a little biased, so I need a few exceptions, okay? Because with the
I need clarity. So
with
if
the
you say
exception
my
of-
daughter or someone
Yes,
is
the
texting
kids.
me, I'm doing something. I got to handle this real quick.
No, like if it's an
Yes.
like if it's my kid calling, well, now I don't really. Maybe I don't have to worry about that now, but in the past, but it's like so much stuff that's happening. So if he calls, then okay, I need to have a pass to just what's up, everything cool. Okay, I'm out. I'll call you back when I'm done, like that. But I'm not about to sit here and well, what you eat? Did you mop the house? If I do that, I'm clearly not into you.
Okay.
Well, I think it's an etiquette. I think just like with anything, say if you're like, oh, excuse me, I just let you know, like, my kid's not in the normal, with the normal babysitter or something
right.
I really had to push this deadline. I apologize. I'm just waiting on this one email. Like a heads up so that they know. I think then it's a little easier as opposed to just kind of assuming that people are part of the cell phone wave. Right. That's what people do. Like normally it's kind of like, you not down like me, you know what I mean?
I hate
it's
that.
normally
That
like an assumption that everybody's in their phone like that, and everybody isn't. So I think if you kind of set the tone, just kind of with those little disclaimers or something, or you kind of, just kind of, fill out the situation, you would know. And if I would suggest though, if you're like me and it's just like now it's just a reaction. I'm just putting my phone in my hand for no reason. You know what I mean? Now, if you're that type, put it in your purse or leave it in the car. You know what I mean? So you won't get caught, because sometimes I just get called like, you know what I mean? And then, or people use it as like table conversation, like, look at this. Like now people don't even like develop thoughts. It's like always
like
based on pictures.
I don't like that. If I can't have a conversation with you for 10 minutes and it's the first date, we can't without a phone.
Right. Yeah, that is ridiculous.
We don't need
you
to be
don't even
talking
know
to
each
each
other. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I could talk to you about the weather yesterday and talk to you about what school you went to and talk to you about your mama and talk to you about your kids. I can talk to you about so many things that's going on. If I can't talk to you for 10 minutes, it's over. So
now let me ask this. As a general rule, let's say if your phone was lost or if it was stolen, would the content in your phone leaked, would people's perception of you change? Would they think any differently of you if the content in your phone leaked? Would people still look at you the same way, or would they be like, oh, I know he get out like that. I know she get out like that. They would definitely
look at me differently.
Really?
No, it wouldn't, because I'm an open person. So say for instance,
you on a freaky site.
No, not anything crazy like that. But no, say for instance, like if I'm in different groups, I post different memes to different groups, but I'm not going to post them directly to my Facebook page,
right? Yeah.
Or I'm gonna post this one to a NBA group. I'm gonna post this one to a relationship group. Right. I'm kind of like that. So if you see it, like, oh dang, he kind of outgoing. He all about that. He move around. Right. But they wouldn't say, oh man, that dude's crazy, or he's just a down low freak. They wouldn't go that crazy with it. But
what about you, E? Would they think differently of you?
You know what? Now, no. Everybody, regardless of what group I'm in, they really know how I am or whatever. So no. When I was married, they need a picture, because when you're married, you send your spouse and yourself, you send yourself pictures of each other. So they got a hold of my cell phone then, and I was a little bit smaller too. Baby, you might see me on a billboard.
Different if it says hubby and you sent it.
I didn't say hubby. It was just, but you would see still the pictures in there. So if I lost the phone, it's not labeled. So when you open up the picture, because our phone got stolen once. And when the phone got stolen, I had just sent a monkey shot. So when I sent the monkey shot.
What's a monkey shot?
Your girl, your little girl. For all of those who don't know what a monkey is, it's your little girl. That's what I call the monkey. Because sometimes that monkey be crazy. But it be some good monkey.
Crazy monkey.
When that happened and my phone got stolen, and he knew who stole the phone and stuff. And unfortunately, he beat that person up because he knew exactly what was So it was like, no, that's not even happening.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
What about for you, Blair?
Girl, they get my phone. I'm going to jail. I got a secret little thing I'll be running. Nah, no, my phone's. If you get my phone, it's just me. It's exactly.
And that's
what
how I
post.
am.
It's exactly
Mhm.
what's on there.
Oh,
you might just see me like you would know information, but nah, it's nothing brand new.
She just looked at me like I'm crazy. I guess it wouldn't my phone wouldn't implicate me. It'll implicate other people. So, but I would be
Yours, what's that?
I would be fine. But the stuff that people send, like, oh, yes, I thought he was married. But my thing is, my response, I'm gonna be A-okay. And through it all, but if the other people, my phone could possibly implicate some other people.
Okay.
But it wouldn't implicate me, which is why I don't have a lock or anything on it. But I probably will be a little bit more careful with that now. I don't know. Just,
So your DMs are popping.
Oh my God. It's crazy. It's really crazy.
I really don't get that, honestly.
Because your thing is full. You got like 500 people already, so you can't add nobody else to
But
your
I don't get those little shady. It's just once, like a shady like DM, like.
So you don't get winkers. You don't get people.
I got one, and he like did a group thing, so like a whole bunch of chicks, and then it didn't really. I looked like, what is? And as it focused, I was like. You know what I mean? But it was just like one time. So.
Oh, listen, I get them from across from Africa, all kinds. Lord.
This is what I say. Go into the groups, and just, get to know the people, because she would not go into these groups. So she goes into the groups, and it's like everybody from overseas. And she
I didn't know.
And then they send it to her. I love you. I want to marry you. I'm just cracking up like you. So special.
Did you entertain it?
No, I'm like, because then they start the Facebook calling, and then they're sending pictures with.
That's what I don't like. And I've had a lot of winky shots sent to me.
Wow.
And then I'm a chubby chaser, and I'm a Tiny Tim person too.
No,
like bite size. So when you gonna send me this big anaconda, one, you done scared me and it dried up the monkey.
Okay.
So that's not gonna work for me. So, but we get the
why bite size?
I can't tell you the reason behind that. I'm gonna tell you that off the air.
Okay.
I might get caught up.
All right. Good.
What we were talking about on Facebook, we were talking about and I wanted to do a challenge. So whoever is brave enough for this challenge, I want to know if you exchange phones with your mate or your partner for 24 hours, would you all still be together once you gave each other your phones back? No changes, no anything, no time to just randomly, like right now, let's exchange phones. And then tomorrow at almost 7:00, you guys give each other your phones back. Would you still be in a relationship? If you are, would you still be in a good place?
You're gonna have a riot going on.
Why?
Girl, people.
I'm just saying, it's just a rant. But see, here's the thing. Why would there be a problem if everybody was?
Because
So let me ask this question real quick. I mean, to that point, what if in your phone you got videos or you got
what kind
links?
Of videos?
Like
adult videos.
Can I say porn?
Yes.
Porn. You got porn.
Your girl knows
they don't know all of it. Porn is kind of
porn.
Right, but see, but
I'm just saying, not your porn.
Right.
I'm talking about like just general porn, and then someone may not be totally comfortable with that. So of course that's going to affect the relationship.
But see, here's my thing, and this is why I have this topic, is because we do so much that other people don't know. So say that is the case, and a person decides to get married, but then you figure out this person has a whole different life that you were not aware of, because we're so used to doing our own thing. So I don't want your phone because I'm trying to see who's calling you or this and that. We're different. We have different lives. And that was an excellent point, because how would she know about the porn if you don't tell her? But you wait until the last minute. Oh, we in love and all this and that. We about to get married. Then she come home from work one day early, and she catch him like, oh my God, I didn't know that he, So now it's a problem when that's something that could have been discussed beforehand.
But I would say with marriage is a whole different monster than the actual relationship. Like I think once you're married, everything is open. Like,
right, but
like everything,
certain,
like you want my phone here, take it.
Right, but it's certain
you can have it for a week.
though,
I don't care. There should not be anything in that phone, period, that can affect a marriage.
But how you gonna get there if it ain't clean during the dating phase? If it's not clean during our relationship phase, how you just gonna all of a sudden just change your habit of what you do in your phone?
But that goes to the point of you can't act like you're married before you're married. A relationship
it's just that
is a relationship. A marriage is a marriage. I mean, you're bonded by God with marriage. I mean, that's official. Like nothing, everything is open once you're married.
You're right.
But you have to try to build to get to that point. So you definitely have to keep.
But now let me ask you this: why you keep throwing the marriage thing? So let's go back to sex. Okay, well, if it's gonna be other things that's gonna be closed until marriage.
We fornicating.
That's we fornicating, but we can't get the phone.
You gotta test the car before you drive it.
Now is that according to
is
that under the marriage? Is that under the marriage covenant?
Of course not. It's not.
No, it's not. But I mean, just are you gonna? It's a different time, and I'm not saying that it's right or it's wrong. It's just is what it is.
Right.
You're gonna
same thing with the phones. It is what it
totally
is.
Different
so you would trust a person more, and this they had it out with me on Facebook, but here we go again. You would trust a person more with your body, your health, opposed to trusting them with your phone, because you don't know if this person has HIV or anything, but you gonna give it to them. But that phone, baby, you would dislocate.
They got condoms for that, but they don't got no condoms for that little phone.
You get tested out before any of that goes down. I mean, you make sure that you're clean.
But you still gonna have that the phone just gone. You taking that phone, that sucker going with you.
Wait, so you feel like the cell phone sharing is like an indicator of a more trustworthy relationship, or that it's like,
you know what? I don't even feel that it's a more trustworthy situation. I just feel like if you don't have anything to hide and I don't have anything to hide, then we should both be able to leave our phones down. And that's just it. I do.
If you leave your phone
but I'm
down,
saying that's from your comfort level, and that's where you got to find that medium with the person.
Right, but what I'm saying is I can't be more comfortable with a person with my body opposed to versus them with my phone. That just I would never explain that concept to me. How can I be so comfortable with you as to share a part of me, but I can't share a little funky phone?
Please, people lay down with people on their backs and not talk to them or communicate or express how they feel about any situation. So that's easy.
Yeah.
A phone, if you are expressing yourself to someone else, even if it's just like a friend or your mother and it's like a deep thought or something, you're more inclined to do that than a person that you just meet on a physical level. Like, we just buzz down. Like, I don't share intimate details with you. So please, that cell phone is very much valuable, more than your body or laying down, because that's easy. You know what I mean? It's easier to do that. It's hard to face yourself. It's hard to deal with, in essence, you are facing yourself through their eyes. So if your cell phone is, if you hold it in your hand, everything on it, that's your emails, that's your this, that. So you might even keep notes. Like I keep notes in my cell phone, like if I'm like I have a set or something, so they kind of know like what I'm doing if I'm brainstorming. Those are like intimate details. I think people value and hold on to that more than the body, which to some people it's kind of crazy, but like he said, it's kind of he's probably always been loose goose people anyway back in the day too, but now more so than anything, I think laying on your back don't really work.
And I'm so glad that you said that, because that's the point that I was striving to make. It's just like your phone represents a whole nother side of you that some people may never get a chance to know, especially if you're in a relationship. Then I just feel like, okay, it's not about insecurities. It's just about the freedom of us. If we decided to exchange phones, if I decided to pick your phone up and go in your phone, it shouldn't be a problem. Just like if you decided to pick my phone up, because you're going to find out something about me. It could be something nice, like, oh, wow, I like this screensaver. I didn't think, right.
People always associate dirty with having the phone.
Flat out nasty.
Or how you get the phone. All you gotta do is like, my phone's I need to take a picture. Then you can get it.
Right. So now, would it be wrong to ask? Is it an invasion of a person's privacy to go in their phone with their consent or without their consent? Is it?
Yes. It's their privacy. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's just flat out.
I'm not going through people's phones. I just don't want to know. Yeah, I don't want to know. I think
the curiosity of someone else want to go into mine. I'm like, why? Why do you want to go through my phone? Like, I think that's a sign for me of not trusting you. Like, even if there's
you good at flipping stuff, Shantae.
It could be so much dirt in my phone, but for you to ask, that means that something went off that said I need to go through your phone.
Okay, but if
that point means we need to not be in a relationship again.
But if it's so much dirt in your phone and we're in a relationship, anyway, you're robbing me of my choice to make a decision on if I want to be there. If it's just that much dirt in your phone.
So I'm robbing you of your choice, but I'm making a choice myself.
Right, but give me the choice on if I want to deal with the dirt that's in your phone.
But I got a choice to decide to end the relationship. Why does it have to be your choice?
Right, because if you got this something that's just holding you back that you just cannot let that phone go. I probably need to know about that.
I think it only grows though. I think it grows bigger than the phone. I think the phone is.
I think the phone is a representation of what you have going on with that person anyway. Yeah. So whether they had a mobile device or anything, you feel slighted in some type of way in a relationship. You feel insecure some way in a relationship, and that's just a piece. That's just a symbol. That's really part. Like your cell phone is not going to be the deal breaker or not if you share it or not, because when you are in a great relationship, it doesn't even come up. It's not even an issue. Yeah. You will just leave it down. Right. You will not ask either. Yeah. You will not go through it. It's all like you won't go through it.
Respect level on both ends,
and you won't feel like they're keeping it from you. It's just that's yours. That's yours. Like you don't go in and touch their drawers. Yeah. Like there's like certain things. I mean, you fold them, but. I mean, you're not like,
I'm sorry.
Your draw.
If I'm doing laundry, I'm going to open up to make sure that you didn't wipe right. I'm going to help you. Like, listen, baby, I bought these wet wipes, and now when you go, boo-boo, you can use the wet wipes because you got dingleberries.
If I see a mess,
shouldn't be on. I'm just saying, I'm trying to help you out.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm trying to help you.
Intellectual Radio. We're talking about Dookie.
I don't want to be dingleberries in my face.
So let's make it a little bit simpler. You have the same cell phone. You and your significant other have the same cell phone. You want to see my phone. Why?
Well, it's the same phone look-wise, but the content is different.
No, so you're looking for something.
I just want to have access to it if I want it.
No, you're looking for something. If we have the same exact, you can't say, "Well, I want to play your games on your phone."
But you have.
I've done that. With me and an ex of mine.
Your camera works differently, and I mean, and the thing
I said
is,
the same exact phone.
And I have sisters that we have the same phone, but for some reason, my phone doesn't do with their phone. Like I have to swipe to the side to make my phone screenshot, and they push theirs on the side, and it works.
Okay.
So.
That's a functionality.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's still when I addressed it, it's still the same phone. But my thing is, I just wanted to just drive home the point that if it's all about just being open, it's like, okay, if I wanted to go in it, I mean, why can't I go in it?
I think you're there in marriage. I think that's a marriage thing. I think.
So when you get married, you'll let your wife go on your phone?
I'll let her go through. Well, I would let who I'm with go through it right now, but why? Like, I feel as if you're looking for something, and you're gonna find something. You're gonna see something. You're like, that's questionable. I don't like that. No matter, even if it's something small, you're gonna find something because you're looking for something. It's like if you keep looking for something, you're gonna eventually find something. Even if it's the smallest, minute thing, it's gonna be something that kind of sets you off.
Now, what if people that have two cell phones, do you think they should tell their spouse or their mate that they have two phones?
Yeah. If I'm with, like I have two cell phones, so one is for work and one is for my personal. But whoever I'm dating, you know, I'm going to tell. I don't even really, you know, take my work phone with me, you know. But if you happen to see it, yeah, that's my work phone. I'm going to tell you, so there won't be a suspicion. Or if everybody crazy and everybody got sides that they don't, you know, show to everybody. So not everybody know that. Okay, that motherfucker right there is crazy. So if you're dealing with that crazy one, that paranoid one, and you don't know it, just go ahead and be out. I have two phones here. That's my work phone. I don't even use it. You know, if you want to dial out or whatever, you can knock yourself out. Or you can text me from it if you want to. But I have, you know, I will let you know that I do own this.
Would you disclose that?
It's definitely questionable if you have two cell phones and one of them's not a work phone. You know,
would you disclose that information though? Would you let the fact be known that you do have multiple cell phones, or would you just let the person just go on thinking that you just have that one phone? Not saying that there's anything shady going on with the other phone. I'm just saying.
Why would you have two cell phones?
I mean, like you said, for business purposes.
I mean, I say for me with DJing, I used to have two cell phones because I didn't want to get rid of the old phone number for like such a long time, and then I just went on and transitioned all my customers over to that phone.
Shantae, but you know, you just ain't I'm gonna have to get you just side out stuff. He just got too much stuff. I'm like, I'm got all the answers.
No, but seriously though, I would question two cell phones unless it's a work phone. Like at one point in time, I had three phones because I was transitioning to one phone. I had the work phone, and then I had my personal phone that I was transferring from my Michigan number to my Chicago number. So, I mean, I understand it, but at the same time, is when are you going to get rid of that phone? What's that phone for?
What about that's a lot, sir? Somebody said that's a lot, sir.
What about you, Blair? Would you disclose that information if you had multiple
phones?
I'm
an open book.
Yeah, my phones is out there, though. That's the thing.
I would definitely do it. I mean, I'm not gonna get in any relationship where I can't, you know what I mean, where I gotta be moving.
Right.
Like, you gotta be full out, like, look, bruh, this is not what it is.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? And if they choose to be, you know, like all invasive or whatever, then you just kind of like, because some people, it doesn't matter what you say. It's
right. It's what it is. I mean, it's just a trust thing.
You know what I mean? They just rock in that way. I mean, and then, you know, lines get blurred and that kind of thing. But I'm just not big on, I don't put so much value on it. So if you give me the information, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. I mean, like, cause you know what I mean? It's,
right.
Even with the cell phones, like I said before, like those like are small things, or those are like the indicators. But it's been a hoot anyway. It's a hoot, a mess, and wasn't, you know, really wasn't about nothing anyway. Honestly, that was just kind of like your little. And guess what? The phone too. That was just, you know what I mean. So I just think that. I mean, because sometimes people keep secrets for a reason. Like I'm a firm believer, and sometimes hear no evil, see no evil. Like I don't want to know until you want to tell me.
Right. Background
check. You know
what
I mean? I'm not. I'd rather see the picture on America's Most Wanted. I really don't want you.
I'm background check fanatic. Right. Backgroundcheckmate.com. 3 months, $25. Background check.
My goodness.
If I'm going to invest time in you, $25.
No, I ain't talking about
that's terrible. You have to have it organic. You just find out.
It's gonna be organic. It's gonna be organic. It's gonna be real organic, because if I see you got 10 different names and now you got 20 other addresses, and then you only told me one of your names and I see the other names on here, and I've seen you do all these other things, Houston, we have a problem. Because you know, I'm trying to invest time in you. We say now we're not dating anymore, we are in a relationship. Once we say those things, trust and believe, Simply E will run a background check on you. Checkmate, go ahead and swipe this Visa real quick. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I want to know what's going on, because I done been there and done that with that little blind love crap. I'm not doing that anymore.
What?
Why not?
If you can give all your personal information to your employer and you don't know him, to your church, whatever, you don't know them, why can't you give it to
your
me?
Employer don't know.
Wait, so do you want them to fill out an application?
I just need your name.
You just do it.
I just need your name. They're gonna put it all up in the check.
Now, will you tell them that you've run the background check?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you'll tell them, like, I ran a background check on you, bro.
You would not tell them that you ran a background check on them.
You don't know me too well, sweetheart. You better ask.
So you go. I think that would hurt the relationship.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because you can run. Listen, if you tell me that you ran a background check on me, and if it came back clean, I'm done with you.
Listen, if
it came
I
back
want to
dirty,
protect, because everything is real, and the time that we are in, you have to be able to protect yourself, your family, whatever.
Definitely.
And if I see that, even if you have children, whatever, but you're not around them, I don't see you. You told me that you have children. You're seeing you with them. I've never even seen a picture.
Right, but you
shady
got that
anyway,
from
though.
being around them. You didn't get that from running the background check.
No.
Yeah.
And now if I feel that we're going to go into a relationship and I don't hear nothing else about these children, I need to know something. I need to know what's going on with you, what's going on with your children, why you can't be around your children. I need to know something because you're not telling me. So that's okay. Don't worry about it because Checkmate about to swipe this visa real fast.
And you know what? What I thought about was if cell phones couldn't ruin relationships, then why are there so many secret apps and things that you can download to just hide stuff? See, because cell phone companies, they know already that people are not going to be on the up and up. And that's why it's like a multi-billion-dollar industry because it just gives people access to just be... You know, I don't know. Like, I don't know if you guys were like different. Like, you know, you were one way around your parents, but then once you got from around your parents,
different in church.
Yeah, absolutely. So does that mean that you're insecure because your parents looking behind you because they know that you're gonna be up to something that you don't have no business being up to? Did that make your parents wrong? Because see, me, I look through my son's phone.
Hello.
Yeah, I have. Yes, that's my obligation and that's my privilege. That's my right.
But is that your right as someone that you're with compared to you being a parent?
Now, you know what I will say as far as being with somebody that I'm with, if I get a hunch, if that gut, my intuition is telling me to do it, I'm going to do it.
I'm sorry. If I'm with you,
so to that, when you do it, and if you don't find anything,
when my intuition is flaring up, it's already
that was flaring up.
Right. It's like when my intuition is flaring up, it's like it's already. Let me just go ahead on and just confirm what it's already, and it's a done deal.
So instead of going through all that, isn't it easier just to dead it and just be done with it?
Dead what?
Like dead the relationship.
It's done. I mean, I'll look at it. That's just for my confirmation. They'll never know. People, I've stopped messing with them, and they don't know. Why? Because at this point in my life, it's not worth a confrontation, or it's not worth any of that. But it's like it's been dead on. Like I just had something recently, and it was on my phone, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know, all he had to do was say this. You know, we wouldn't even had to. But now you're trying to figure out. I don't have no answers for you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you know, if I'm with you and say we mess around or whatever, or we're in a relationship and then something's going on, we're constantly, you know, exercising or whatever, and then my monkey go dry, then that's my little detector, because I was watching TLC channel that day and they was telling me how to detect certain things. And so my monkey go dry.
It sucks to have a dry monkey.
No, it sure does. Because if I'm just with you and we've been together for all this time, stop looking at me like that, Earl. And all of a sudden, out of the blue,
you got a dry monkey?
Exactly. She's the Sahara when you first enter in, and she's the Sahara Desert. At first, when she was Niagara Falls a little while ago, Houston, don't even worry about it. You can go ahead and pull on out. We call it a day because I already know what's going on. And then I'm gonna do you like this. We are in the Catholic Church. I'm the priest and you are the parishioner. Go and confess your sins right now. So I mean, I know the truth, you know.
All right.
I take pills for my problems, y'all.
But I mean, back in the day, I used to be bad. But like I say, as just right now, I'm like, I don't have time for, you know, all the extra stuff. So I wouldn't even, you know, give it a second thought. But like I said, as far as for my son, I do. And I do think that for people that are in relationships now, I do advise just a random code check. I mean, look, you got to do a random check just to make sure everything is the way it's supposed to be. Just reach for it and just see. Hey, if he gonna stroke out, like you could have literally killed this man because you reached for his phone and he wasn't expecting you to do it.
I ain't gonna kill nobody.
No, he died because he's like, oh God, if she gets his phone and she's never asked, just do a little random. You know, you just see where, you know that.
Why? Why? Let me ask this
on
question.
your job, you ain't never been on a job and they do just a random drug test just because you got to do some random checks sometimes.
They do that in the military. They do that random drug test in the military.
They do.
I do not get random
They
drug
do.
tests.
They do. They bring you in for random drug tests and come on, we
Those are
screen.
places that aren't really
And
That's
You gotta weigh the caliber of the job.
They're gonna
just
find
the
someone
relationship.
within that random drug test.
You know what? But it's also the type of job that they're doing. So it depends on the job, the nature, if they're operating heavy machinery or different things like that. There's a random drug
Yeah, well,
test.
you don't want to have a relationship where it feels like you're operating heavy machinery.
You know what?
So
He
sometimes
said
you like that.
marriage.
You
You said
shouldn't
marriage
equate
was
that with, you know what I mean, a random check. That's just terrible. I think if it's right and it's what it's supposed to be, if it's all fairy tale, which might not exist in your world,
Yeah.
but if it is, you won't have to do it. And then if it's shady, either.
So-
and then if you wanted it to be big, something great, and it seems shady, just move around.
So how do you know if it's shady? What?
Well, the monkey test works according to Simply E here.
It works.
And then
TLC.
you
Try monkey.
kind of know what you don't want to deal
right,
with.
your intuition.
I think but I don't think the phone is gonna work to be like I think little things like a change in pattern,
Talking to someone. Learning someone.
and you kind of see when they off or they.
Right.
Some people when you in the past you've been in relationships, even in that beginning, they give you this feeling. You be like, when you see him, your whole world just light up. Like, if you don't have that, that's just like an indicator that you shouldn't be there anyway.
Right.
Because that'll
done.
breed problems just because it's not the one, or for the time they don't feed you or whatever you need in your life. So
Why are people afraid to talk to each other? Rather than go through the phone, rather than go through the email,
it's the fear of being judged.
but you ain't gonna get judged if you do the background check and check the phone and throw the phone.
I'm gonna judge you automatically if you go through my phone compared to actually having a conversation where you're worried or you're just wondering what's going on. I would rather have a conversation. It's like, okay, well, I can explain it and I can talk to you, and then we can build, and that's how we build within our relationship, and that's how trust starts. That's how trust keeps going.
Get that.
But when we're in a relationship, you shouldn't have a fear really. If you're into porn or whatever, and we're in a relationship now, we're not dating or whatever, then I already know that you like porn. Okay, well let's sit down and watch some porn together, Or if you into like midget porn, hey, let's watch some midget porn. Or whatever it is that floats your boat or whatever, because now we're trying to build on something because we're in a relationship. We're not dating. In a relationship, you're not trying to waste your time. You're actually looking for that one, maybe to marry. Not even a maybe. You are looking for that one to marry because you decided that this is the one. I'm in this relationship to spend my time with this person.
So to that, are people rushing to get into relationships too fast before they can actually trust someone?
No, they're rushing to get into the bed too fast.
Right. I don't think
bed and relationships are. I mean, they're hand in hand, but bed is the bed.
They not.
And then relationship is a part of the bed.
But for men, if you don't talk to her before you hit the bed, 9 times out of 10, you already in a relationship. From according to some women, once you hit the bed, you are in a relationship.
That is no.
Right, but that's why it needs to be a pause and talk before hitting the bed, because like I say, talking to women, relationships for men are different from relationship with women. So with that being known up front, people need to just slow down and sit back. Like you say, just take the time to get to know each other, because you can tell if you're dealing with somebody crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell if you rush it and you done got all up in it. Now it's like you seeing like, okay, well, no, they really wasn't crazy. They probably just having a bit. No, she's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
She's crazy. Like, but it was so good. Now you can't. You willing to put up with it.
I'm not dealing with anything crazy. I will walk away.
Yeah, okay.
With no hesitation.
Yeah,
that's like crazy.
No. Because seriously, no. Think about it like this. If it's crazy at this level, just imagine how crazy it gets as it grows.
That's
it gets
logically
crazy.
You're talking logically.
But when you're in love,
no. But just imagine I'm having a phone conversation, and I'm talking to the person. They say something that kind of raise the antenna. I'm like, all right, I don't know about
but
her.
this before she put that good on you. But because once she put that
plenty of good out there.
Okay.
Plenty of.
Once she put that good on you, it's like, that's what, and I think that's what causes people, and that's gonna be a whole different show, but that helps, push people.
I know it gives them some power, but you can't let that drive you being with someone.
Yeah, because that doesn't last. Like if you're not connected with a person, I've been places, or in relationships where it was amazing, and then when you're not checking for them, it sucked.
Right.
So that's not, you can't weigh how good the sex is on you being delusional, or you not coming to terms with what's the reality, or facing, what they really doing, or seeing that they're not a good fit for you.
But it causes
Because
you to look at things differently. It causes us to accept things that we would not ordinarily.
Yeah, but I think it's a total connection, not just the fact that the sex is good.
Right.
The sex is good because you are connected with them. So in essence, you're just like in love or in lust with them, but it's not just because of that.
Right.
So meaning you can kind of like, it wouldn't, like he's saying, like that's not the only, that won't, no, if I get some good, that doesn't matter, because he lost the other connection, or he never had that.
But if that was the only connection, because people are not even, how can you connect with someone if you've only had sex with them? See, people are, it's like the sex is what's connected.
Crazy.
Oh,
no, I mean, but you could have talked to that individual. It's like, okay, that person's cool, and you kind of build off of that, and then you can kind of build off the sex. You can build relationships, I want to say strictly off the sex, but you can build a relationship from somebody being, because all it takes is somebody being cool, they like you, and they got good sex. Like those three things, you can work with that person to build a relationship.
Right, to build a relationship. Or you could just have someone that you cannot stand, but they got good sex.
I am not being with nobody or having sex with nobody that I cannot stand. No, that is not going down. That will not. Ain't no good worth that. No.
Be like, come on over here. Let me tap that real quick. And you gotta get up out of my face, because I can't stand you, baby boy.
Jody.
It's out there.
It's there for him. Initially, the can't stand is probably like, that you annoy me, but that is something there.
They had a strong connection.
I'm just saying,
they had a strong connection.
They had. So just like a random person that had just great sex, like in a club or something. You mean to tell me you could just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna call him up, and you never had a connection with them? Because they had the good stuff.
That happens all the time. Yes, where you been at? This is America.
I don't know where I've been.
Right, that's how people car windows. What do you think is driving? Bus car windows and key in cars.
I love each other.
This is why I don't mess with good stuff. Listen.
This is what
the good stuff get you.
Good stuff will drive you crazy.
It will.
I bust to the window. Good stuff will drive you crazy. Okay. So I always down. It's like, this is, my pledge. I get terrible because I can always break away from you. I'm always good to mine. In my mind, I'm sleeping with Denzel Washington anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Okay.
So while we getting, you tapping, and then when you start talking too much, I'm gonna throw a boob in your mouth to shut you up real quick, because you're messing up, my train of thought here.
Your flow.
And then when I get to the spot, we're good to go now. We got to go. Okay.
Well, man, I hope that you all have definitely enjoyed this conversation.
I got I'm going to be in an event on June the 18th called The Taste. It's going to be located in Hyde Park. I'm also giving tickets away for that event. But the trick to it is you have to go and watch the episode that we did, Aphrodisiac Foods, and send it to our messenger, the Jaye Spot on Facebook. Tell me the foods that we had displayed that night in March. So you got to figure out what episode it was, but it's labeled on our page in Facebook, Aphrodisiac Foods. Now, when you tell me all the foods that Chef Foxy prepared that night, Foxy. I know that's right, Niecy. Then the first one to do it, you will win a set of tickets for the event. And it's going to be a tasting.
I got one thing too. MSU, I went to Michigan State University, by the way. I'm the head of the Black Alumni. I'm the president. We have an event this weekend at, I can't remember the address, and I can put that on the page, but we're having a board night, like a video, like what you call it, a board game night.
Oh, cool.
From 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. In Logan Square. I'll put the address on there. I can't remember the address right now.
Okay, well, you guys, thank you so much. This has been a really, really, really interesting conversation. So just guard your phones, guard your heart, and make sure that you just
right. And come out this Saturday, May 21st. We're gonna have intellectual comedy. Guys with streaks in their jaws and stuff like that.
You gotta
let them piggyback off Simply Eat. Venom Theater.
White from front to back.
www.bloodchristian.tv. Thank you.
And we'll have all that information posted on our fan page, The Jaye Spot. You have been listening to The Jaye Spot on IntellectualRadio.com and iHeart Station.
Peace.
Yeah.
Thank you. for hitting. Come on, you better do my outro.
Thank you for hitting the Jaye Spot on intellectualradio.com.